Anna. The action is underway. Two dot balls to start proceedings.
Yeah.
Wonderfully bowled, straight into the block hole. Ramesh lucky to get his bat down in time there. Sridhar has been very successful for DELL this tournament. Will he continue to do so today? We'll find out. Played well towards mid-on. No timing on that. Very close. I think that was tight. Just touch and go at the non-striker's end. We'll take a look in the replay just to find out. I think he was short of his crease if that ball had hit the stumps. So an opportunity early on in the innings for Ramesh. Gets away with it. The fielder at mid-off, I think that's Sydney. Failed to throw the stumps down there on that occasion. Giving Ramesh a life. Outside edge, just beaten. Fantastic bowling from Sridhar. So this is the third match of the day today here at the MPF Cricket Ground. The MVL Pure Corporate Championship Edition 2. What an action-packed event we've had so far. And he's bowled him! Slog across the line from Gangadhar. He had no chance of connecting in hell. Misses a straightforward ball and Sridhar rattles the stumps. So 1 for 1 at the end of 1. Nelson is on the board. Chakri, the new batter out there. I think 𝗰𝗺𝗃𝗃, the ball in hand. 229 wickets in 190 games. Wonderful stat. 𝗃𝗃 coming into the attack from over the wicket. Is bowling to Ramesh. Left-hander. Tries to belt it down the ground and he does that well. A good connection. Slightly short pitch. Just created room for himself and played through the line of the ball. Wonderful stroke past the mid-off fielder for a boundary. Change in field immediately. Long off. Mid-off goes back to long off. Oh, going really hard against the bowler there, Ramesh. Looks like he wants to score big. Bowler up to the task. He's getting it in the block hole. Flare outside the off stump this time. Wonderful stroke. There's no business running once you've connected, because there's no fielder outside the 30-yard circle to stop the ball. The ball is hard and new. It'll race along the turf. So Vicky going for 2 boundaries early on in a spell. So cover stays back, long off stays back, mid wicket comes back into the circle. Feels like the captain is almost chasing the ball. You can't have fielders everywhere. Boundaries are scored. This time hit over mid-on. Wonderful batting this. Ramesh backing himself, just getting out of the line of the ball, creating width for himself. He's being helped by some short pitch bowling as well. It's giving him time to get under the ball. Ramesh, 3 boundaries back to back. Where do you go as the bowler? 1 over mid-off, 1 over covers, 1 over mid-on. Mid-wicket square leg is the next region. And this time too far wide outside the stump. The umpire stretches his arms. He's rattled the fielder, rattled the bowler for sure. Vicky Sachin losing his line there. 13 runs conceded of 4 balls. This time just defends it back to the bowler. Tried to hit that on the leg side. Just got inside the line of the ball. The ball too far down the leg stump. Wide call by the umpire. Oh, what a shot that is! But I think on the bounce to the fielder in the deep. It was almost like if it was Mahendra Singh Dhoni was a left-hander, maybe that's how he would have hit that. (16) at the end of 2 overs for the loss of 1 wicket. HDMI cable check करो ना. (21 for 1), 16 for 1 rather at the end of 2 overs. Ramesh batting on 14 of 10. Chakri yet to face. Sridhar. Which Sridhar? Yes. Once again tries to go big on the leg side. Just beaten that time. Switch hit this time. Little ambitious. Wonderful cricket from the batters. Found an opportunity to run on the overthrow and they did. The fielder had just underarmed the throw on the stumps, but the ball hitting the stumps and deflecting. The wicket-keeper had to do the chasing there. I think that's 𝘃𝗏𝗃𝗏, the wicket-keeper. Left-handed batter himself, 𝘃𝗏𝗃𝗏, opens the inning for DELL. We'll watch him come on later on today, see what he can score. And he's bowled him that time. A little bit too aggressive, tried it too often. Inside half of the bat, ball rolls onto the stumps. So it looked good while it lasted, but Ramesh is dismissed for 18 of 13. Or 16 of 13, sorry, not 18, 16 of 13. And Sridhar picks up his second wicket. So 𝗍𝗏 is out to join Chakri in the middle. 𝗍𝗏 had scored a century in his last game for the FEUJI fighters. An effortless knock that time. A century of I think 35 balls. Wants to go big on the offside, beaten. So both batsmen are not. 16 balls into the game. Must say that DELL looks on the money here. DELL has played 1-2 of their game. FEUJI having won one, lost one. And that time 𝗍𝗏 goes big on the offside. What a wonderful shot that was for 6. No respect to the bowler who's picked up 2 wickets already. He says, if it is in my half, I'm going to go for it. And he goes for it. Incredible stroke. Almost went leg side when trying to hit that, but the ball was going towards the offside. You can see that. He was looking more mid-wicket. The ball going over the cover fielder for a 6. Wow. Ridiculous power. Later today, we'll have to ask 𝗍𝗏 about what he eats for lunch, because that was unbelievable. Oh, he's been put down by the wicket-keeper. Would have been a sensational catch. Was a reflex catch. An opportunity for 𝘃𝗏𝗃𝗏 goes begging, and 𝗍𝗏 survives. A rollicking innings this, 3 balls, 1 dot, 1 6, and 1 a catching opportunity missed. Let's take a look at that. How far off was 𝘃𝗏𝗃𝗏 from pulling off that catch? Big edge, clear deflection, in the glove, out. Tried to go for it second time, but unfortunately just a little bit too quick for him. 𝗍𝗏 did want to deflect it in that region, but not exactly in the keeper's gloves. So all kinds of excitement that over. Not a game for the faint-hearted, this one. FEUJI Fighters versus DELL. Both teams looking to go hell for leather. Both teams looking to go extremely hard against each other. Looks like neither of them wants to take a back foot. 𝗀𝗃𝗲 now will be facing his first ball of this game. 𝗬𝗃𝗏 coming back to bowl his second over. He's gone for 15 in his first. Captain showing some faith in him. 𝗀𝗃𝗲 taking strike for the first time this innings. Looks like they've just decided to play one way, which is the aggressive option. An appeal for stumping there, but the umpire says no. Azhar walks down to have a word with 𝗀𝗃𝗲. I'm sure he's not advising him to play cautionately, because that's not what he's doing at the other end. So Sridhar runs into mid-on. Sydney goes back to long off. And that goes big! Way big over mid-wicket. All the way for 6. So 𝗬𝗃𝗏 not having a good day with the ball. Conceded 21 runs already, just 8 balls into his spell. And FEUJI Fighters are fighting it big here. It was well played. A dot ball there for 𝗬𝗃𝗏. Very important for his own confidence. Tries to go big again. Wonderfully kept by Shaukat. Keeping it and bringing the ball back to the stumps in a flash. Reminding the batter that if you lose your crease, then you're going to lose your wicket as well. Once again, you can see there from Shaukat. So alert, so active. Once again, wanted to go big, inside edge. Goes back, past the fielder at point. Third man rather. The ball skittles over the boundary rope. So another boundary conceded by 𝗬𝗃𝗏. But this time, credit to his bowling. Generated half a chance. Unfortunately for the team though, that found the boundary rope. So 34 for 2 at the end of 4 overs. 𝗀𝗃𝗏 batting on 10 of 6. And Azhar batting on 6 of 3. This will be an interesting battle. Sridhar running into bowl. Azhar on strike. 6 of 3. Timed it beautifully through the cover region. The fielder runs across, fires it in, but can't stop the 2. This looks like quite a battle now. Sridhar bowling to Azhar. Inside edge again. Goes past the wicketkeeper, goes past the fielder at flip. The fielder at short third man just runs back to collect the ball. So twice in 2 overs we've seen the same outcome. Maybe that's an opportunity for the wicketkeeper to go back and not stand up to the stumps. There is no way that you can catch that when you're standing up to the wickets. That one is drilled past back the bowler. And the fielder at longer, Sydney, lets it go right between his legs. Another boundary for Azhar. The wheels are falling off for DELL today. 44 for 2, courtesy that boundary. There are 4.3 overs in the game. Azhar batting on 16 or 6 now. Doesn't matter how you get them as long as you get them. One outside edge, one inside edge, and one that was missed by the fielder there. Those are the 3 boundaries that he has against his name. But it's only the scorecard that counts. And the scorecard shows 16 of 7 against Azhar's name. Slow one that time, once again hit to the fielder at point. No run is an offer. Goes big, straight over the bowler's head. What a shot that is from Azhar. Sridhar wants to tear his hair apart, but that is not going to help when Azhar is striking it that big. Brings up the 50 with that stroke. 50 for 2 at the end of 5 overs. Azhar batting on 22 of 9. Sydney bringing himself into the attack now. An extremely quick bowler, likes to bang it into the surface, prefers to bowl short. Batsman asking for a helmet, I think that's wise. Because Sydney's go-to ball is the short ball, likes to bowl it within the body. So the helmet is out, the batter is ready, and Sydney is warming up. You're going to see some explosive action now. 5 overs into the game, 50 for 2. Both teams throwing punches at one another. As expected, bangs it in short. Azhar saying no to that one. There was definitely no run on there. Shot again, moves away, tries to glide that past the keeper. No bad on that. Very unique bowler, Sydney. I think one of his kind. Very rarely do you see this in corporate level cricket. A bowler who's willing to run in and bowl short all the time. Sydney is definitely one such bowler. He likes that length, prefers to bowl back of a length all the time. Runs in really hard, hits the pitch really hard and gets the ball to go. There you go again. An appeal there for run out or a stumping. Shocker, they've brought down the stumps. We'll have to take a look at that. That's been comfortably in. Shaukat getting a little excited there with the appeal. Miss. So Chakri really struggling to get bad on ball. Sydney firing it in. Sometimes full, sometimes short. But Chakri struggling really to get any bad on ball this over. 4 dot balls. Another one that short. Another one that the keeper collects. The umpire asking for a referral. No ball called. Sydney just oversteps, a marginal tight call there. But a free hit is what the batting team get. The way the Chakri is batting right now, I think he'll need that. Finally managed to get bad on ball. Just about enough to take that beyond the square leg boundary. So Sydney have only himself to blame after having overstepped. That's full. Hitting him on the pads, but no appeal from the bowling team because that was way down the leg side. The end of the 6th over, the score remains at 55. Just that one no ball and the free hit that went for runs in that over, but otherwise very tight, disciplined over from Sydney. The end of the power play, 55 for 2. I think the game is evenly poised at the moment. Be interesting to see how Azhar goes from here. He's the one batter who will continue to play aggressively for as long as he bats out there. And we've seen his power on display already. That earlier hit over the cover boundary was unbelievable because he wanted to hit that over mid-wicket. The ball caught the outside half of the bat but still travelled all the way over the cover boundary. I have never seen that before. Phenomenal power. So Sunil Kumar comes into bowl, 428 matches for 507 wickets. So wow, economy of about 6 and over for the 500 wickets. Sunil Kumar looks like a stalwart with the ball, basis those stats. Right arm over the wicket, bowling to Azhar. Azhar is looking to drill that, and he does that with ease. Beats the fielder at cover, beats the fielder at the long off boundary. Wonderful batting there from Azhar. Cut this time towards the fielder at point. A dot ball. That will be a relief for the bowler. Tries to go big on the on-fight this time, have not timed it very well. The fielder at long on does the fielding, keeps it to a single. And if bowled in, so Chakri has been dismissed. Neither forward nor back, a length ball on the stumps, and Chakri unsure what to do with that. In the end, played all around a straightforward ball and loses his stumps in that process. So Sunil comes in and picks up a wicket early. You can see there, playing all around a straight ball. Important wicket that. Against the run of play, Sunil comes in and picks up a wicket of his third ball, and FEUJI fighters lose their third. 60 for 3 now of 6.4 overs. Prajwal, the new batter out there. Interesting piece of cricket that. Almost French cricket looked like, the way that he played that. There again, no footwork whatsoever from Prajwal. It's just hanging out there and getting bat on ball. So 7 overs bowled, the score has now come down to 60 for 3. The run rate 8.57 and over. Remember, at the end of 5 they were around 50 for 2. So Sydney and Sunil have managed to put a break on the scoring. Sunil also picked up a wicket that over. Mini confidence there between Sydney and Shaukat. 𝗏𝗏 is the new bowler in the attack. Slightly inexperienced Venkat, just 14 games for his 7 wickets so far. For the field that we have for Venkat is going to be short third man point, a cover point, a deep cover, a deep extra cover, long off. And Azhar tries to go big, edges that, and 2 fielders collide and drop a straightforward catching opportunity. is that the game for the Dell Technologies team? Because Azhar is the big match player. He's the big gun. He gave them that opportunity, but both fielders collided, and in the end the ball went to floor. Interesting looking stroke again from Prajwal. Just playing French cricket there. He's getting both of his feet together, just getting his back to ball. Be interesting if somebody can bowl an out finger to him. Short ball that time. Don't rise as much as Prajwal would have hoped. Straight through to the keeper. Once again, somehow managed to squeeze that over the bowler's head for a single down towards long off. Very interesting cricket this from Prajwal. That brings Azhar back on strike. Short ball on the legs. You can't bowl that to Azhar and get away with it. Just put it away. How expensive is that drop catch going to be for Dell Technologies? Azhar now batting on 32 of 14. Last ball of the 8th over coming up. The score has moved on to 66 for 3. Hits it towards mid-wicket. Once again, I think that'll just be a single. They have a fielder out to protect that boundary. So the end of the over, the score moves on to 67 for 3. 8.4 runs an over right now for the FEUJI fighters. They'll hope for a little bit more. Mini confidence again. Sydney this time not a part of that. Azhar blazes that towards the deep cover fielder, who's too afraid to get his arms. He's complaining that the ball moved away, but really, I think that was just hit with too much power. The fielder in the deep, making an excuse, not able to latch on to that ball, and Sunil not happy with the outcome. Change in field, asking him to go towards the cover position. Punched it off the front foot this time, no runs on offer. So Azhar batting on 37 of 18. He's had that opportunity earlier on in the innings where he was dropped. He's hit it straight towards the long off fielder, just on the bounce. Lucky for him, didn't hit it too well. Otherwise that would have carried to Sydney at long off. Sunil has come in and bowled quite a spell, picked up 1 wicket already. Prajwal now, just 1 run off his 5 balls. Looking really discreet the way that he's batting. Once again, so Prajwal struggling at one end. 9 overs have been bowled, 8 runs, the current run rate. Azhar batting on 38 of 19, going at a strike rate of 200. Prajwal 1 of 7. So he needs to find a way to get his innings going. And Venkatarav comes back into the attack from over the wicket. Bowl the last over from this side. Wide called by the umpire, a little bit too far away from the batter on that occasion, Venkat. Once again, tries to go big, no timing on that. Few bounces on its way to Sydney. Oh, what a big hit that is! That is out of here, that's gone into ground B. That should be worth 12 runs. What a big hit coming out from Azhar's bat. 44 of 21. Choosing not to take the single on the last ball because he had 6 on his mind. Wonderful camera work from Team MVL, following the ball along its trajectory. Inside half of the bat that time from Azhar. Go straight to the fielder at mid wicket and they take a single. 80 for 3 now, 9.3 overs bowled. Just the last 3 balls coming up from this side of the innings. Change in field, fielder comes back inside the covers region, so 5 fielders inside the circle, attacking Prajwal. Prajwal manages to squeeze that towards the long on region for a single. defended it once again, the fielder making a meal of that, and Azhar chooses not to run. Azhar goes big and that's huge! Oh my god! That ball was still climbing when it went past the commentary box. A 120 meters that hit from Azhar. That's the biggest six that I've ever seen in my life. Rising, rising, rising. If it goes beyond the media end, phenomenal batting from Azhar. Goes beyond the 50-run score with that hit of just 24 balls. He's single-handedly taking the fight to the team DELL Technologies. DELL will need to find an answer to Azhar if they want to find a way to come back into this game. The end of the 10 overs. Wonderful batting from Azhar, 51 of 24. For FEUJI fighters, Sridhar picked up 2 wickets in his first 2 overs till he was treated disdainfully by Azhar. Sunil Kumar came in, he chipped in with a wicket as well. 2 overs, 1 wicket for 10 runs. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 going for 25 of his 2 overs. Sydney bowled a good tight economic over for 5 runs. And 𝗬𝗃𝗃 also going for 22 of his 2 overs. So that's where we are at the end of 10 overs. We'll come back to you with live action in another 5 minutes' time. Action about to get underway again. 87 for 3 at the end of the first 10 overs. Azhar is batting like a dream. Prajwal needs to find a way to get his innings going. And hit that towards square leg. Wonderfully picked gap because there's no fielder there in that region. The fielder at mid-wicket runs all the way around. Keeps it down to 2. So Prajwal gets going, 4 runs off his 9 balls, and Praneeth is into the attack, 2 runs off his first ball. 160 wickets and 3,500 runs Praneeth, quite the all-rounder. And that flare over the offside field by Prajwal. The ball, not sure if it crossed the ropes or not. We'll find out. I think 2 fielders converging there. Job well done in the field, using his foot to good effect for 4 runs of the first 2 balls. One on the leg side, one on the off. This time again, drilled it past the cover fielder. Wonderful batting there from Prajwal. And he came in. It didn't look like he was going to get bat on ball. But once he has his eyes set, it's looking like $1 million now. 10 runs of 11 balls. Exactly what the FEUJI fighters need. They can't expect all the runs to come just from one end. Both batters need to inflict damage. That's what Prajwal has managed to do this over. 8 runs of the first 3 balls faced. Beaten. Good ball from Praneeth. Got it to come back in. Just missed the leg stump into the keeper's gloves. Inside half again. 𝗹𝗏 has run through. Prajwal not sure where the ball was, but I think that was a good, safe, sound call from 𝗹𝗏. Last ball of the over coming up. 96 for 3 the score. After batting on 51 of just 24 balls, he's going to face Praneeth for the first time in this innings. The field on offer, mid-wicket, cover, point, square leg, inside the circle. Backs away, tries to go big over the leg side. No connection with that. And the keeper collects, brings the stumps down, the end of the over. 96 for 3, 9 runs coming off that over from Praneeth. Kind of score that I think both teams will be relatively happy with. FEUJI fighters maybe a little bit more happier than DELL. They are on their way to a score of about 180, 190. Not sure what DELL will feel about that kind of a score. In general, this is a high-scoring surface, high-scoring pitch. DELL themselves played really well in the last game. I think they managed to put about 270 on the board, 274 if I'm not mistaken. And they're playing, I think, against NMDC. Sydney had scored a century that innings. Praneeth had scored 75. So they will know that whatever runs FEUJI can put, they can chase down. The surface remains true. Sunil comes in to bowl his third over, played towards long off for a single. 𝗹𝗏 back on strike now. Interesting to watch this battle between Sunil and 𝗹𝗏. 𝗹𝗏 is itching to go big against him. I'm sure he's going to target the cover region and the mid-wicket region, the V as they call it. Sunil, also a very intelligent bowler. He's bowled it in a length and he's picked the gap with perfection between mid-wicket and long on. What a big 6 coming from 𝗹𝗏's bat again. Wonderful timer of the cricket ball, 𝗹𝗏. Great power in those shoulders. Once he hits it, it stays hit. 57 of 26 courtesy that stroke. Sunil trying to fire that into the off stump, trying to make sure that he can get the quicker one across. 𝗹𝗏 up to the task, waiting for it. Fired into the leg stump this time, and 𝗹𝗏 just plays it back to the bowler. This time goes over the fielder at cover. The fielder in the deep has no chance. He was barely 4 or 5 meters away from the ball, but he could not get to it. That's the power with which 𝗹𝗏 had hit that. Phenomenal batting this from 𝗹𝗏. 61 now of 28 balls. This is high quality batting, high quality stroke play. Got a chance early on in the innings, but he's making the most of it. He's not let anything loose go unpunished today. Every time he's been offered width, he's taken the bowling to its task. That stroke, change in field. And just as you would see it, the fielder changed. He's targeting the mid-wicket boundary now. A good work by the fielder there. Runs across, keeps it down to a single. The square leg fielder has been moved out. 𝗙𝗏𝗃 now comes to take strike. They continue with the same field. Just a mid-wicket in the deep. No square leg. The ball has been hit to the cover fielder in the deep. The run through for a single. The end of the over from Sunil. 109 for 3. The current run rate going well over 9 runs and over. 62 of 29 𝗍𝗏, 13 of 15 𝗙𝗏𝗃. Praneeth continuing, 𝗙𝗏𝗃 facing. Bottom half of the bat. Shy at the non-striker's end. May have been a run-out opportunity there. But 𝗙𝗏𝗃 realizing that he needs to get 𝗍𝗏 back on strike. Running to the danger end himself. Touch and go. I think the batsman may just have made his crease there if that ball had hit the stumps. And anyway, 𝗍𝗏𝗃 comes out to bat, change in field. Third man goes out to the boundary. Deep cover stays back, extra cover stays back. So that's 1, 2, 3. Long off and long on stay back as well. You can't have more than 5 outside the circle, so third man has to come back inside the circle. So mid-wicket, long on, long off. Cover and deep extra cover. Advances, tries to hit that one hard. No contact with that one 𝗍𝗏𝗃. That was tight again, but I think 𝗙𝗏𝗃 had made his ground with ease. May have had a chance at the non-striker's end, but it's difficult to collect the ball and throw at the non-striker's end when you're coming in from that angle. Change in field again, square leg goes back, mid-wicket comes into the circle for 𝗙𝗏𝗃. So maybe Praneeth thinking that he may get an inside edge here, inside outside edge. That's the field that he has, third man and fine leg, square leg. And that's hit past the cover fielder. The cover fielder runs around in the deep, keeps it down to a single. Very good over this from Praneeth so far. And 𝗍𝗏𝗃 goes big, tries to hit the long on area. Has he managed to clear it? Yes, he has. Another 6. What fantastic batting we are seeing from 𝗍𝗏𝗃 today. A phenomenal performer. Packs a punch every time he hits it. 118 for 3, courtesy that stroke. Wow, 𝗍𝗏𝗃. Fall short of words sometimes to describe batting like that. That is unbelievable power from 𝗍𝗏𝗃 on display. Once again backs away, hits it well over the point region. Just one bounce over the boundary rope. Wonderful batting this from 𝗍𝗏𝗃. 122 for 3 with that stroke. The end of the 13th over, the current run rate has gone on to 9.4 runs and over. 𝗍𝗏𝗃 batting on 73 of 33, 𝗙𝗏𝗃 batting on 15 of 17, giving him good company. The partnership now 62 of 38. Batsman just taking a quick break for a drink. Sydney must be thinking about his bowling options at the minute, because Azhar have really taken a liking to the bowling attack. Hit Sunil for a 6, hit Praneeth for a 6 and a boundary that over as well. So a little bit out of ideas at the moment, Sydney. Prajwal's team encouraging him to take the attacking option as well. Prajwal batting on 15 of 17. So new bowler into the attack, making some changes to his field. Say if he does not want the fine leg, brings him to mid wicket. So huge gap all the way from square leg to the short third man region. So if he bowls anything on the legs, he's going to be punished. He doesn't. Keeps that outside off. Prajwal moves away, tries to hit that. No contact. Change in field. Strengthening the offside field, so mid-wicket also moves away. 4 fielders all in the ring on the offside. And he's managed to hit that gap beyond the cover fielder. Fielder at the deep does the fielding, keeps it down to single. This will be interesting now. Azhar to take strike against Prasad Madana. Prasad Madana has 400 wickets, almost 393 wickets in a 463 matches, to go with his 8,600 runs. A phenomenal performer for his team. Fires that in, and Azhar up to the task. Sways that towards mid-wicket. The fielder in the deep runs around. Keeps it down to a single. Wonderful fielding this. That looked like 2 runs the moment that he hit it. So that's 1 run saved by the fielder at the deep mid-wicket boundary for sure. Prasad bowling to Prajwal. Prajwal is struggling here. He needs to find a way to keep getting Azhar back on strike. If he's not going to score the boundaries, then he needs to keep taking the singles. 16 runs of 20 balls now. Can understand a few dot balls earlier on in the innings, but now this must be hurting FEUJI fighters. Once again, play and a miss. A confident looking appeal there from Shaukat. The square leg umpire says no. Inside half of the bat, dot ball played towards the fielder at square leg. The end of the over. Azhar looking a little frustrated. 14 overs bowled. The run rate goes down to below 9 runs an over at the end of that. Just 2 runs conceded from that over from Prasad. Wonderful bowling from him. So is that the comeback that DELL were looking for? Maybe that is, because that puts a dent in the scoring rate. And FEUJI fighters are now batting at 124 for 3 in 14 overs. Quick statistic. The average score for the team batting first last 10 games is 174 on this ground. I dare say FEUJI fighters are on course to be exceeding that. Looks like there's going to be a change in the batting order. So Prajwal, I think, has been retired out. Retired hurt or retired out, I'm not sure. So an unbeaten partnership comes to an end. courtesy that change by FEUJI fighters. I think they realized that Prajwal was not able to time it well today. 22 ball for the 16 runs. Retired out. And 𝗙𝗂𝗃𝗲 comes out to bat. What a shot! What a way to start off the innings. Wonderful hit over the fielder at mid-wicket. That's still Azhar, because Shiva came in at the non-striker's end. Azhar continues to go. 80 of 35. What a stroke that was from Azhar. Wonderfully hit. And Praneeth continues to take some battering today. This time, I think he's got the bottom of the bat. And the fielder in the deep had long gone, runs across and takes a terrific catch. So Azhar is sent on his way. Wonderful cricket this from DELL Technologies. Firstly, the bowling, pitched it in short, noticed that Azhar was advancing down the pitch. And secondly, that wonderful catch in the deep, running in, diving almost full length. Manages to hold on to that. Just throws that away in frustration. And I'm sure DELL Technologies are delighted with that wicket. Sydney signalling to Praneeth there that she needed to bowl a little short to get that breakthrough. That's exactly what he did on that occasion. And Azhar has been sent packing. So big blow for FEUJI fighters there, 130 for 5 now. The complexion of this game looks very different when Azhar is not out there. Avinash is the new batter for FEUJI fighters. Down the leg side, but got some thigh pad on its way to the keeper. Once again, 𝘃𝗏 doing really well to cover the ground there. That could easily have been 4-leg buys. We've seen a few of those earlier on today, but 𝘃𝗏 not letting that one go. He's bowled him. What a comeback into the game for DELL Technologies. Avinash is distraught. He can't believe what he's done. What he's done is he's lost his middle stump. Praneeth, who's now picked up 2 wickets in 1 over. First the big one of Azhar, and now Avinash has been sent packing. The top of mid stump got the ball to come back in, and Avinash had no answer to that. Dot ball that time. So 6 of the first ball of the over. He's bowled him again. Fantastic bowling this. So 3 wickets in that over for Praneeth. 1 batsman caught down at long on, 2 batsmen bowled. Fantastic outcome for DELL Technologies. Back into the game with their noses in front. Catastrophe this for FEUJI fighters. They're banking so heavily on Azhar. Once Azhar is gone, the team has disintegrated completely. 4 back-to-back wickets in space of 7 balls. Run out at the keeper's end. Wonderful work. Good, calm, collective fielding. The striker had hit the ball, run through. The non-striker not sure whether or not he needed to go. See there, played towards the fielder at mid-wicket. He runs straight forward. The non-striker just hesitated for a second. Right there, there was no run in that. Even if he had run immediately, there was no chance of him having made his ground. So just 2 wickets left now for FEUJI fighters. 8 wickets down for 130. Have a long way to go in this inning. Still 5 overs remain. I think they've committed what one may call suicide in this game. There's too many expansive strokes, too much aggression at the wrong time. Once Azhar was dismissed, maybe they needed to play a little more circumspect. Once again, you see trying to go for the big hit there. It's got the bottom of the bat, just enough for a single towards long off. This is great captaincy though. Praneeth had gone for plenty. 28 runs in his 2 overs, 22 runs in his 2 overs. But the captain trusted in him. He's come back and picked up 3 wickets in that 1 over to put DELL Technologies way on the back foot. Shiva Gundra batting on naught of 3. Kishore refusing the single on that occasion, asking Shiva to bat. It was an easy single, but I think their tactic now is going to be that Shiva takes as much of the strike as possible. Beautifully hit towards the cover fielder in the deep. This time they do run the single, so I'm not sure what the previous one was about. Cover comes back into an attacking position. Short ball. Lets it go. 𝗃𝗄𝗹𝗪𝗃𝗃 facing Sydney without a helmet. It's not advisable. Sydney likes to bowl short. Bowls a slow one on that occasion. They run through for a single towards short third man. So listen, lets that one go. The end of the over from Sydney. 133 for 8 the score. Just 2 wickets away from packing this innings up. FEUJI fighters will be hoping that they can somehow play out the remaining 2 overs and get their team beyond the 150 mark. The first target will be 150 for them. Just need to bat sensibly if they need to acquire that score.
The time is 3:50 p.m.
Into the block hole, played towards the fielder at short fine leg. They run through for a single. Praneeth bowling out his last over. He's picked up 3 wickets already today, Praneeth. Asking the fielder to move squarer towards the umpire. Beaten outside the off-stump Shiva. Wonderful bowling from Praneeth again. Every time he's hit a length, he's troubled the batsman. It's only when he's bowled full is when he's got 4 runs. Guided towards the leg side. Fielder at square leg. Mid-wicket rather. Moves towards the square leg position to field that. He can't stop the true on that occasion. So 2 runs added to the score for Shiva Gundra. Length ball outside the off stump. Played down towards the fielder at 𝗀𝗏𝗪𝗏, who does the fielding. No run taken. The last 2 balls of the spell for Praneeth. Short one outside the off stump, punches it off the back foot towards the fielder at deep cover. They run through for a single. For the final ball of the spell for Praneeth, 137 for 8 the score. Kishore facing 3 runs for 4 balls. He's looked good for the few balls that he faced, Kishore. There again you can see getting forward, in line with the ball, getting his bat down in time to defend it. He ends the over, 137 for 8, 3 overs to go this innings. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 Sachin's back into the attack. He'll bowl right arm over the wicket to Shiva Gundra. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 has not had a great day with the ball. 25 runs for his first 2 overs. No wickets picked. This is a great opportunity for him. He would captaincy this, allowing the bowler to earn back some respect in the game. late in the innings. The lower end, the lower order of the batsman is there. Outside edge, straight to the fielder at short third man, no runs on offer. Outside edge again, that was an action replay. Similar ball, similar stroke, the same outcome going to the same fielder. Top edge this time. Juggled it 4 times and eventually held on to it. Presence of mind from the fielder there at short third man. For 3 balls going in that exact location, this time very unorthodox. Was way outside the leg stump. It clove the bat face too early. That went almost off the back of the bat, up into the sky. And see there in the action replay. Clove the bat way too early. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 𝗙𝗃𝗃 ends up holding on to that. So cie_Kumar is the last batter in the middle for the FEUJI fighters. Walks across the stumps, defends it towards mid-wicket, and they run across for a single. So Kishore now becomes the senior player between these 2 batters. 14 balls left in this innings. They will have to find a way somehow to maximize and face as many of those 14 balls as possible. Just as I say that, Kishore top edge of that. Lucky for him, does not carry to the fielder at square leg. Last ball of the 18th coming up now. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 has finally picked up a wicket. Caught short third man by 𝗙𝗃𝗃. Once again moves back across the stumps, defends it back to the bowler. The end of the 18th, the score remains 139 for 9. Outside the off stump, tried to cut it, just missed marginally. Lucky to still be batting out there, Kishore. Walks across the stumps that time, gets an inside edge on it. But that's just about enough to get to the fielder at short fine leg for a single. In the block hole, batsman defends. Short ball on the leg stump this time, played it towards the fielder at square leg, just a single added to the score. This is wonderful cricket from DELL Technology. It's great to see the professionalism from there. When Azhar was great guns, they did not let that disturb their concentration. They knew that they needed to pick one wicket to get back into the game, and they managed to do that very effectively. 141 for 9. Just 8 balls left in this innings. Outside the off stump that time, he flayed his bat through the line. There may have been 2 on there, but the batsman comfortable with a single. The end of the 19th, the score moves on to 142 for 9. Kishore will face strike. It looks like it will either be Vicky, Sachin or Sydney to bowl the last over. Yeah, it's going to be Sydney. Drafting field, short third man, gully, point, covers the 4 fielders inside the circle. Have a deep cover, a deep long off, a deep long on, a deep mid wicket and a deep square leg outside. Deciding to bowl spin on that occasion, wonderfully played by Kishore. Just paddled it around the fine leg region. The fielder from the deep runs across, stops it, keeps it down from going to the boundary, keeps it to 2. Very good match awareness from Kishore. A good batter. He has a good head on his shoulders. Change in field. Square leg remains at fine leg now. So the square leg region is empty. Long way outside the stumps there, Kishore. He notices that there's a gap there, wants to hit that region, but no bad on that. Switch hit that time. It's on the bounce to the fielder there at point. What an interesting choice of shot from Kishore. Turned around, hit it with all his might, but that could only go to the fielder at point at 1 bounce. Kishore calling for too early, but deciding against it, realizing that the fielder was too quickly onto that. The last 2 balls coming up now. 145 for 9. Can they get one big hit, take it beyond the 150 rope? No, he can't. Just nudges it to the fielder at gully, point rather. They decide not to run. The final ball of the over comes up. A run out of the last ball. So Kishore is dismissed. That won't do any good to his average. But that selfless running for the team. 145, 146 to score at the end of 20 overs. DELL Technologies will be chasing 147 to win this game. This has been a game of 2 halves really. When Azhar was batting, it looked like a very, very different game. The moment he got dismissed, things changed very drastically. 14.2 overs, 130 was the score when Azhar was dismissed. From there, they managed to score another 15 runs in the last 6 overs for the loss of 6 wickets. So 16 for 6 of 34 balls. A game of 2 halves for FEUJI fighters. But anyway, they have a score on the board, 145. Whether DELL is able to chase that or not, we'll find out in about 10 minutes' time when we resume the second half of this match.
इन्वर्टर का ही बंद कर दिए
ऑफ करके ऑन करे शायद
देना करंट नहीं
नानी
ఓలా
ఫోన్ ఇచ్చేసి పో.
స్కోర్ నాస్ బై వేస్తాడు ఛార్జింగ్ పెట్టండి ఎఫ్ఆర్ఎన్ 32 ఉంది ఇది 100 కావాలి అది 100 కావాలి రెండు ఫోన్
अरे वो फोन जो ना जिसमें बैटरी नहीं देना बैटरी नहीं बैटरी आई थी
ये मैच का टूर्नामेंट का आइडिया होना मुझे ना
हो ना
फिर से गया पृथ्वीराज ये
हाँ
पृथ्वीराज
दांत लूँगा मैं बोलता हूँ भाई रुको मेरे पास है
वेंकटेश को कॉल करना है कोई
1216879 నువ్వు డైరెక్ట్ వస్తలేదా నేను పోవాలా కెమెరా దగ్గరికి
వెంకటన్న కాల్ చేసి